Ladies and gentlemen, here now are your starting lineups for tonight's game. For Oak Forest, number 1, Adam Genjacek. Number 4, Evan Gamboa. Number 6, Brian Paladin. Number 7, Lennon Flores. Number 8, Joe Progre. Number 11, Emilio Giza. Number 12, Ulysses Morales. Number 13, Jimmy Kelly. Number 15, Braden Smith. Number 16, Jacob Barrera. And number 18, Ryan Seminow. And now for the Brother Rice Crusaders, number 1, David Valencia. Number 3, Jimmy Greikus. Number 6, Luke Gordon. Number 8, Javier Franco. Number 9, Anthony Peach. Number 10, Angelo Peach. Number 11, Salvador Perez. Number 17, Julian Gaona. Number 19, Giovanni Paz. Number 25, Liam Green. And number 33, Julian Zambrano. Those are your starting lineups for this evening's game. At this time, we now ask that you rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening. We welcome you live to the Brother Rice television broadcast sectional semifinal between the Brother Rice Crusaders and the Oak Forest Bengals. I'm Jay Jellick alongside Nolan Leonard and Ryan Aid. Nolan, give us a rundown today.
Well, the Crusaders come in after a couple of good wins, won the regional, and Oak Forest also won the regional. Crusaders had a record yellow card game on Saturday in their victory over George Washington. Got anything, Ryan?
I mean, the Crusaders in their wins so far this year, most of their wins have been pretty dominating. They've looked pretty intense, but this is probably going to be one of their tougher matchups this season. We'll see how it plans out tonight here at Tom Mitchell Field.
Yeah, we're about to get underway here. Brother Rice Crusaders will start with possession of the ball to begin this sectional semifinal game. The winner will advance to the Saturday sectional championship, which will be at 11 a.m. right here on the Tom Mitchell Field at Brother Rice High School.
Yeah, got a good crowd, a little bit of windy conditions on a beautiful, cool October night on the eve of Halloween.
Crusaders trying to get off to an early start, but heavily pressured right off the bat by Ulysses Morales, chasing all the Crusader backfielders.
Crusaders using that triangle offense again.
Crusaders are going to kick it back to their goalkeeper, David Valencia.
Yeah, Valencia has been a key part of this Crusader team. He's been a starter since he was a freshman.
Defender Liam Green making some moves back there, gives it over to Zambrano.
Yeah, the fan favorite Liam Green, just a hustler out there all over the field.
Angelo Peach brings it up. Kicks over to Franco on the right sideline. Green kicks it into a group, but it is able to break through and get over to Peach. Back and forth. Bengals have yet to have an offensive possession.
Crusaders' offense working quite methodical tonight.
Yeah, they're having some risky plays, but it just seems to keep working out as that one just gets past Jimmy Kelly.
And
Booted
almost
away
a full
by the
minute and a
Bengals.
half in before the Bengals got their first offensive touch of the evening.
And it just kicked out of bounds, being chased down, but ultimately goes out as Franco throws it in for the Crusaders.
Yeah, kind of like an Uno rewind card. Give it right back to him.
Kind of just going back and forth with the headers here. And the Crusaders are going to keep possession like they have most of the game.
And now
Bengals break free, but quickly stolen back by Peach.
Crusaders have done a good job of keeping control of the ball here, but the Bengals have not allowed them to get close to the goal many times. So,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Crusaders have held this possession, but they haven't made any real, threatening positions here. It's basically just bounced just past the midfield into Bengal territory.
so now the Crusaders might have something going here. They get it up towards the middle, but knocked away by the Bengals inside.
And that's going to be tripping, called up on Crusaders. Want to give a thank you to our producer, Charlie Moles, and cameraman, Aiden Walsh. Behind the scenes, guys, as Crusaders quickly steal it away, but pressure by number 8, Joe Progi, for the Bengals allows the Crusaders to kick it away. And goalkeeper tonight for the Bengals, Adam Jędrzejczyk, is going to have possession here. Going to slow down the game a little bit after the Crusaders were making some early quick passes back and forth. He's going to take his time as he heaves it down towards the sideline. Bengals making a move. Greikis makes a sliding little stop kick there.
Yeah, Gregus, the lefty, just a wily veteran, incredibly crafty out there.
It's going to go back to Valencia in the goal, who's going to set it up there. Gordon on the sideline being heavily pressured by Emilio Giza. He gets past him, kicks it down, but they are going to call that as tripping there.
So far, been a pretty clean game after Saturday's game between the Crusaders and the Patriots of George Washington. Had 11 yellow cards.
Yeah, that was definitely a wild one. We were live on BOTV if you tuned in that game. Keeper Adam Jędrzejczyk taking it from around the midfield here.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd strategy. Bring out the goalkeeper to make that type of a kick.
Yeah, don't know exactly I like the play. Switch it up a little bit. We haven't seen that a lot this season. Kind of running the goalie out there. I mean, it ended up working out as Luke Gordon knocks it out of bounds for the Crusaders. It's going to be Crusader possession here. Greikis is just going to give a little tap over. Bengal defense sharpening up here. Every man on the Crusaders defensive end trying to get the ball back over to the midfield is being heavily guarded by one or more Bengals defenders.
Yeah, lots of headers so far. That's one thing I'll never understand, Jay. I know we were talking about this on Saturday, but how do these guys not start to have their heads hurt from all the headers they're doing? I mean, headers, and that kind of put an end to my soccer career. I was the star of the 2014-2015 St. Caroline
Yeah, I was going to
Chargers.
say, when did your soccer career end? First grade?
Yeah, Jay, it's been a while. Thanks for reminding me how old I am. Kind of like a pinball machine out there.
Crusaders moving it up. Anthony Peach there kind of kicks it off, gets it over. Moves in. Kind of gets stopped up there. Knocked out of bounds by the Bengal defender.
Yeah, the Crusaders, number 9, number 10 for the Crusaders, Anthony and Angelo Peach. Two guys who have been playing together for a long time. Hopefully that team chemistry can lead to a couple goals tonight. Ryan, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, those two, not only just coincidence to be brothers on the team, but also two very key pieces to this team and their success over the last few years, as we see the Crusaders kick one out of bounds.
Yeah, a little miscue there. Crusaders didn't really seem to know what they were going to do once that ball came in bounds. Goalkeeper Jan Jacek gonna just, once again, he likes taking his time out there. He's in no need to rush anything.
Yeah, Jay, I mean, you got to start thinking about getting a shot clock for soccer.
I mean, you got a 40-minute game. I definitely couldn't be out there for that 40 minutes running around. Sometimes it's nice to have a little stop, especially if you feel like your team doesn't have momentum in their favor right now. Get a little reset. Zambrano's just going to knock it back to Valencia, who's going to try to reset here. He's going to kick it down past the midfield.
Great header there.
Yeah, by Angelo Peach. Julian Gaona bringing it up the side.
Gaona had a key goal that gave the Crusaders the lead last week.
He pushes it in. Two
Third
shots
time's
from
the
the
charm?
Peach brothers there. It's going to remain Crusader possession. Ryan Seminow blocks that shot on goal by Angelo Peach.
So, Ryan, what do you think the Crusaders doing well so far?
I mean, they're doing a good job of keeping control of the ball and staying under control, not trying to do too much on offenses. Jinxed it right there as they go and taken away.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Joe Progi. Stole it from Gregus there, but Angelo Peach is there. But quickly taken back by the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, that guy who made the slide tackle for the Bengals must be practicing with George Washington.
And collision there between Green, and they're looking for a call, but the Crusaders are going to get that after that.
Yeah, Liam Green, not exactly the guy you want to get into a collision
Yeah,
with.
collision was between Green and Ulysses Morales.
I mean, that's something you learn in junior, senior year physics.
Bringing it up is Gordon.
Yep.
Nice play by Ryan Seminow to kind of stop that. Amelia Giza there to try to steal it away. Now Zambrano steals it right back, gets it up to Chava.
A little bit of an ankle breaker on that one.
Oh! Zambrano kind of falls over there, over the Bengal midfielder. Bengals fans asking for a yellow card, not going to be given, which definitely would have been given on Saturday as there was more yellow cards. But, I mean, every ref is different. And
You just got to adapt and change. Only the strong survive, J.J.
yeah, it's consistent, and that's all you can really ask for. Valencia's just going to get one that's kind of rolling over to his general location.
Yep, Dave Valencia, my fifth period theology class.
He was being pressured by Morales there, so he just picks it up and gives it over to Gregus.
Crusaders had a little bit of advantage on the left side. Gaona was open. That's where you got to get the ball. Middle of the field, that's where the defense is not.
Yep. Like right now, they got their 3 of their midfielders kind of all set up there. Gets just past Gordon, but Gordon pressuring heavily. Ball stolen by Evan Gamboa. Jędrzejczyk's going to kick it out here. Still taking our time, I see. He's getting his offense ready to go. In sign of a good leader there. He is the senior on the team.
As the Crusaders get the steal right back.
Chava trying to break in. He ends up, but there was no contact there. It's kind of a little trip over the ball as Joe Progi steals it. Ulysses Morales kicks it over to the other side of the field, flips aside. Stolen by Gordon and Greikis. They're just going to kind of kick it back to Valencia there. Gordon chasing it before it goes out of bounds on the ball by Peach. Just about a toe away from being able to keep that one in there.
Yeah, Gordon pretty close on that one. Showcasing that speed. I remember when he was on my team last year for JV baseball. He was known to swipe a bag here and there. Nice little give and go.
Yeah, Zambrano's kick just a little wide, but
One of the big problems so far tonight is the refs been in the way on a lot of these plays.
I mean, that's just something you got to know that's going to happen in the game, though. I mean, that's not something new for playoffs. That's how it's going to be every game. After your whole life of playing, you got to know.
Well, yeah, Jamie, a couple weeks ago, we saw a ref. I mean, the guy was just... I think there was like 3 or 4 times the ball just hit the guy right in the back.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. He was getting beat up that game.
Right in the line of fire.
It's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Crusaders. Going to be thrown in here by number 18, Ryan Seminole.
Yeah, it's an Oak Forest team made up mostly juniors and seniors, guys who have varsity experience.
I mean, that's what we're seeing now from the Crusaders, but this same core of players have been playing, starting or coming off the first line of bench since their freshman year.
Yeah, you got David Valencia, Jimmy Greikis, Javi Franco, Angelo Peach, Salvador Perez.
Nice steal there by Jacob Barrera, but stolen back by Javi Franco. He's going to give it back to Valencia, but yeah, I mean, this team definitely has one of the highest team chemistries in the entire league. They've just been playing together for so long at such high levels of competition. Gets down in the middle, but just gets past Giovanni Paz's outreach leg there. But it remains as the Crusaders' possession as Zambrano's there. Tries to get it up, but booted away by the Bengal defender. Little miscommunication between Gordon and Zambrano there as they were both in the vicinity of the ball. Neither could get a leg on it. Goes into the middle for Peach, but just out past his head. Goes just right of the goal. Jędrzejczyk with the ball. Gonna get it in here for them.
Yeah, and the Bengals have done a good job of keeping the Crusaders in check on defense. They haven't let the Crusaders get behind them many times in this game.
Yeah, no big shots on goals. I mean, we've had a few dribble next to the goal, but nothing that could be considered an actual solid look.
Yeah, I actually have a little bit of a connection to the Oak Forest. One of my grandma and grandpa's best friends. All their kids went to Oak Forest. So if the name Drew Pagdenset rings a bell to any Bengals fans tuning in.
Zambrano tries to kick in the middle. I mean, I feel like Zambrano was just like passing it to himself. He's kicking it off Bengals players, getting it right back, setting up some offensive possessions here.
Jay, it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters for basketball. It's the Crusaders soccer team.
Yeah, and this isn't. I mean, they've played a little more like strategic than I feel like they normally do. I was looking for the right word there. They're getting a lot more passes. They're kind of playing it. They're really playing at their own pace.
So ever since the playoffs started, though, I feel like it's been a similar theme throughout these first couple rounds. The Crusaders have been playing a lot more conservatively than they played throughout the regular season.
Back and forth over in the right corner of the field there. Just going to roll right into the arms of Ian Jacek there.
Yeah, I mean, neither Jacek or Valencia has really had a lot of action on either side. Been kind of like lonely guys on an island.
Yeah, that was really the first decent shot on goal today.
So they've had plenty of time to ponder what they would do if they were left on an island all alone.
Peach kind of gets it down, but goes a little farther than he wants as he was aiming for his brother.
Oh, be careful with the bushes.
Oak Forest is just going to beat him to the point of out of bounds there.
So, Ryan, how are you enjoying your freshman year so far?
I mean, it's been a pretty good experience so far. Everything that everyone talks about, it's just been all those things at once. I mean, everyone talks about how it's a brotherhood and how you have fun coming to school. And I mean, I've really seen that through just the first few months of my freshman year. So now so you have to consider college now as a thought. How many colleges are you considering right now?
Well, right now the list is at probably 4 or 5. Just this past weekend, I visited the University of Missouri at Columbia. Even ran into a couple of BRTV alumni, including Tommy Witt, known better by his nickname, T-Witt. Great campus. Love the atmosphere. Yeah. Talk more about it later.
Pushing a little bit into their territory. They had a little drive there with the 2 out of bounds and quick throw-ins. But right back to where they've been a lot of the game, just around the midfield position, trying to get it around. They're running that formation.
Yeah, one thing that was a problem last game for the Crusaders was Luke Gordon's improper throw-in. So it's good to see that hasn't really been much of a problem so far this game.
Grikis tries to make a stop there. Kind of tricks him up. And Luke Gordon's going to... He's going to... Kind of got that side of his body into him.
It was similar to like a hip check in hockey.
Knocked over Joe Progi there. Don't think that was intentional at all. Kind of just 2 guys running full speed at each other. A little hard to stop there. So right here, number 11, Emilio Giza, is going to be taking this free kickoff. Bengals in a line around the 10-yard mark on the field. Crusaders are just filling in the gaps between them.
I mean, of course, this guy's a lefty. Lefties are just better, being a lefty myself.
Green heads it away, but Jimmy Kelly's there. Kicked out of bounds. It's going to stay Bengals' possession as they're just going to quickly throw it in. But Javi Franco is heavily guarding there along with Peach. Ball tries to get into the middle, but a group of Crusaders and Bengals kind of kick it out. Chavez there, and Grikis is just going to take it and kick it down. Evan Gamboa was there to receive that, but Giovanni Paz was able to get there before him. They're pushing down. Julian Gona pushing in towards the... He's going to kind of branch out a little bit to the right sideline there. Back and forth is going to hit it back to Green.
He sends a sizzler over to Grikis.
Grikis heavily guarded by 2 Bengal defenders.
As freshman Connor Hines is coming to the game. Gets a touch there. I mean, good save there by Jen Jacek, but I mean, he didn't really need to dive on that one. I mean, the ball was about as far away from the net as possible.
I think he did what he wanted to do, though. He got some fans clapping, cheering up, hopefully giving a little bit motivation towards that Bengal team.
Yeah, got to keep the crowd into this one.
Connor Hines and Emilio Giza there.
Yeah, Hines, St. Linus product. He's got a lot of experience playing varsity as a freshman. Crusaders do have a man advantage. Oh, now they lost it. One thing you'll notice with a few of the Bengals guys is that they dyed their hair for the playoffs. Similar to that, some of the Brotherized Crusader football team, in anticipation for the playoffs, have shaved their heads. So, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Bengals pushing in to Crusader territory. Heavily guarded by Franco, though, on that side. Right side there. Nice save there by Jacob Barrera to keep it from going out of bounds for the Bengals, but Grikis gets it back after that save. He's going to boot it down. Gaona chasing it to the back corner. He's going to stop it from going out, but he's going to be pressured heavily in that back corner. He's making a push around, tries to get it into Peach, but knocked away.
I don't even think Gaona expected that to be that good of a kick. I mean, that was dropped right in the basket. He kind of just stopped running for a second.
Zambrano gets it back into Angelo Peach. Just kicks it, but body in the way. Brian Paladin is going to put a stop to that play.
Entering the game for Brother Rice, number 9, Anthony Peach.
Anthony Peach coming in for the freshman Connor Hines.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of blocked kicks by the Bengals on defense here. They've done a good job of standing their ground and not letting Crusaders get any scoring threats going here in this one so far.
Grikis boots it off the head into the middle there. Jen Jacek does another slide.
I think Jen Jacek's trying to do his best acting impression, pretending like he's a stuntman, trying to win an Academy Award.
I'm liking it. I mean, crowd's getting fired up by it. I mean, it looks a lot cooler than just walking up and picking it up. Gets his practice in for bigger plays later on, too.
Maybe on the side he's a guy for like Chicago Fire, Chicago PD or something.
Quick throw in here by Joe Progi right on the sideline. Anthony Peach recently checked back into the game, already making his presence known. Kicks it over to Gaona. Gaona tries to get it in, but knocked away by Emilia Giza. Franco right in the middle of a host of Bengal defenders. That's going to be Bengal possession there. We got 17 minutes left to play in this first half of the IHSA sectional semifinal matchup.
Yeah, the IHSA soccer tournament is a little similar to the way how NCAA March Madness worked. You win or you go home. 7 rounds playoffs.
Crusader ball after the knockout by the Bengals, but they're going to gain possession, but Zambrano's going to be there like he's been all game just to receive that kick by the Bengals, and we're going to have a stoppage here. The ref's going to call a timeout, and he's going to give that back to the Bengals there.
Yeah, some of the other schools I'm looking at, Marquette, Wisconsin, Indiana, and I think that might be it for right now.
Pushing in. Bengals making one of their first moves, but once again, Zambrano just puts a foot out and takes that ball right away. And it's going to end back to Green. Green's going to kick it down. Anthony Peach is right there to receive it. Chava back over to Zambrano. He's going to slow it up, branch it out to Grikis. Grikis' pass stopped by Emilio Giza, but knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to the ball boys down the field.
Chava going back and forth. Gets it over to Gordon.
They were kind of
Gordon's going to do a little flip.
They were playing monkey in the middle there for a while.
Eduardo Ramos is just going to hit it off Gordon there, have it hit out of bounds.
Yeah, he kind of thought he had an advantage there, and then saw through Crusaders and said, nope.
I mean, smart play. You're going to have possession, gave you guys time to sub in and out.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, with Halloween coming up, it's kind of like, reminds myself of going in a haunted house. Just like getting scared with all the people coming.
Gordon, back to Grikis.
And, sometimes I compare soccer to different types of music. And sometimes we're playing rock and roll, fast paced, but Grikis right there kind of slowed it down. I feel like I was listening to some Duke Ellington, Frank Sinatra, a little bit of jazz.
Angelo Peach brings it in, tries to find Luke Gordon right in the middle, kind of running up that left post. But Zambrano's still there to get it.
Heck of a box out there by Zambrano.
Yeah, boxing out Eduardo Ramos there.
Coach Stamos might have recruited him for the basketball team.
Gona, after Guy falls over, he's pushing in again. Gona sweeps it across. Jędrzejczyk comes out of the goal, kind of just knocks it away, can't get a full grab on it.
And like you guys were talking about, those unnecessary dives earlier, we're preparing him for that moment right there, where he actually made a real nice dive and saved the goal by the Crusaders.
I mean, even though we couldn't fully grab it, it's going to be Peach taking the corner kick.
Another thing I want to note is how there's a lot of young kids here. I mean, just like how kids look up to Messi and Ronaldo as soccer players, people are looking up to the Bengals and the Crusaders.
Giovanni Paz just kicks it way over the net. Corner kick did not go out of the Crusaders' plan. Ball never really got off the ground. Just kind of rolled right into the group of Bengals defenders there.
Got a couple of guys taking pictures down the sideline. One of BRTV's finest, Shane Lyons, down there.
Crusaders pushing again.
Once again, Jędrzejczyk, I mean, we were all doubting him a little bit when he was making all those unnecessary diving saves, but I mean, I think he knew it was coming. It must be a psychic or something.
I believe just you were doubting him. I think me and Ryan over here were kind of complimenting him, saying he was going to get ready. And I think that's exactly what he's doing. I mean, there's a reason this game's still tied 0-0. That and Crusaders' strong defense right now. Got a whistle here. That's gonna.
So right now, I'd say we're kind of the yacht rock type of music. Listen to some of the Beach Boys, maybe Jimmy Buffett or something. Just like a nice, relaxed pace of game.
And they're gonna run the same play they ran right off, kind of to start the game, with Jędrzejczyk coming out of the net to about the 35-yard line on the field, kicking it down. He flips the field there, but Franco is there to head it away, but goes quickly out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, every team kind of has their secret weapon or secret play. And I think for this Oak Forest squad, it's having Jędrzejczyk come out and do these kicks. Yeah, Jędrzejczyk kind of acting like a punter in football on that one, the way he just flipped the field. This ball goes over near the coaches, so the coaches trying to relive their glory days.
Crusaders move this one up here, trying to get a scoring opportunity on.
Gona gives it over to Gordon, bringing up, doing a little fancy footwork there. Back to Zambrano, being chased heavily by 2 Bengals defenders. Overshoots Chava a little bit on the side, but Franco's there to kind of pick it up. Franco goes right in. Attempted for Luke Gordon, just a little past him there. But I mean, even the Bengals trying to get away there. The duo of Peach and Franco. They don't seem to know where the ball's at. Kind of both run past it, thinking each other have it.
Yeah, Jay, I mean, they were kind of playing I Spy a little bit there. Once
Anthony
again,
Peach had a look there, but Jacek kind of just scoops it up right before he can get a foot on it.
I think he's just doing some math in his head and thinking, well, if I dive for every save, I'm bound to get at least one Sports Center top 10 play by the end of the night.
Overshoots
Gordon.
number 11.
Proper throw in that time.
Throw in here is going to be performed by Ryan Seminow. We're going to have a quick little substitution here for the Bengals. Joe Progi going to be headed out for right now, and Brian Paladin coming right back in for the game.
If you've been looking for the best place to watch sports in Chicago, then look no farther. The Whistle Sports Bar and Grill boasts 28 TVs, 2 video walls, and a processor allowing 4 games on 1 TV. Owned by proud Brothers alum Joe Lombardo, Whistle's located at 4911 West 95th Street in Oaklawn. For more information, visit whistle95.com.
We got a stoppage of play right here as a yellow card will be assessed to number 13 on the Bengals, Jimmy Kelly. That was due to the fact after the ref had called a change of possession there. Crusaders were supposed to get a free kick. Kelly just walked up and kicked the ball as hard as he could in the opposite direction. That resulted in a yellow card. That means he is going to have to come out for a play or two until the next substitution allotted time.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, I feel like I've had some bad luck recently trying to get the ad reads going.
I know, I feel
every
like
time
whenever
we've
you
had
start-
yellow cards, stoppages to play.
Greg's free kick didn't amount to much as overshoots everybody deep into the corner back there.
Yeah, I mean, that cornerback there, I can see how they've had some trouble finding the ball. Even the guys playing it on there. I mean, it's pretty dark.
Ian Jacek kicks down.
What are your guys' go-to appetizers at the Whistle?
I love the wings, obviously all-time good. Ryan seems to also like the
I was
wings.
gonna say the wings as well. Always a go-to at the Whistle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little different direction on this one. I love the turkey O'Toole.
I was about to. That's your go-to.
and
Always
the
wanna
sauce
go.
on there. I mean,
Can't go wrong with any menu item there. And we thank them for sponsoring us.
yeah, Greg has tried to kind of split the middle on that one. Split the middle also ate a factor in algebra 2.
I don't know if you guys feel the same way as me, but I feel like this first half has kind of been flying by.
It's been a really fast half.
33 minutes in, and Ian Jacek does another dive. I don't know. It looked like he might have got a finger on that one.
I think he's a little upset with that one because that one he wasn't able to bring in cleanly.
But I mean, he got a finger, and
I mean, hey, they don't look at whether or not you make the highlight level play. All they care about is they should get the stop and don't
that's
allow the
actually
goal.
going to end up with Crusader possession there. It's going to be Chava taking it from the corner.
Yeah, and the Crusaders are bound to convert on one of these opportunities one of the times as they get one inside here and it's saved.
Yeah, that corner kick went right over Luke Gordon. Perfect little play, kind of heads it in, gets knocked down a little bit, and then group of people, ball kind of almost got knocked in there, but Jan Jacek just kind of scooped it up and put it up in the air so no one would be able to knock that in.
Crusaders try to move this one up here in hopes of scoring the first goal of the game.
Yeah, group of Crusaders. Oh, and that's going to be something as Chava gets just pushed over to the ground. Ball was coming to him, and then just right from behind the back, kind of gets shoved and ends up on the ground there.
Yeah, that looked more like a linebacker hitting a receiver over the middle than a soccer player right there.
Yeah, I mean, one fan earlier said, "Come on, are we watching a wrestling match out here?" I mean, yeah, I thought I saw John Cena out there or something.
So we got a penalty kick incoming here. Angelo Peach going to take it for the Crusaders. He did convert last game on a penalty kick. Whistles up. He kind of stutters a little bit, and he goes, and that's a Crusader goal. Angelo Peach gets the Crusaders hyped up and ready to go. Team kind of surrounds him. Just went right kind of over in Jacek's hands there. Kind of middle rightish kind of area. Just perfect placement. He did a little stutter right off that first little thing. Kind of threw off Jan Jacek and put it right in for a goal to put the Crusaders up 1-0 in this IHSA sectional semifinal game.
Jen Jacek, I mean, the guy, I've never seen a goalie move so far away from the net as he is tonight. Nice footwork there by number 11, Emilio Giza for the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals getting something going a little here. They're making some passes up, but
Right when you say that, Jim.
Zambrano in the right place at the right time just to receive that.
And
they're trying
that
to go
one might
quick.
be a souvenir for a fan.
Zambrano just quickly gets into Chava right there, kicks it back. Greikis gonna slow it down.
Yep, Jay, we're back to the Duke Ellington Frank Sinatra.
Gordon bringing it up the side, pushing up. Group, he's gonna kind of stop, make people miss him a little bit. Over to Lopez.
Yeah,
Zambrano into Peach. Angelo Peach gets, quick reaction there. Just get that ball off before he swarmed. Was way right, but I kind of like the move. It's just as soon as you get it, no time to think. You just got to let it rip there.
and Jay, you got to be aggressive. The team that gets more shot on goals, it's proven, is going to win the game more often than not.
Yeah, I think the one thing is, if he even waited another millisecond there, the defenders would just came and swarmed him, and he probably would have had to either pass it way far out or end up turning it over. So I think that was a nice play by him just to attempt to get something there. Lopez bringing it up the side. Giovanni Paz about to get there, but Jacek comes out of the box there. He was able just to scoop it up.
Yeah, Xavi Lopez, another kid. He's in my gym class, and you should have seen him when we were playing soccer. He scored probably about 5 goals each day.
I have a feeling you probably beat him, though, right?
You probably scored 6.
I don't know.
Shaking his head no over here.
I don't know, Mr. A. That St. John Fisher soccer team.
Oh, Peach with a nice little save there, but a miscommunication about who's going to stop that from going out, but kind of bounces around as it ends up back to Greikis like it does on most plays here.
Yeah, I think everyone was a little confused there because they thought the ball was out of bounds.
Lopez bringing it
slow
up.
motion.
Peach kind of right in the middle. Gets up to Chava, who stops it before it can go out of bounds behind the net. It's gonna be a change of possession there. As Jan Jacek's gonna get the honors. And Jacek boots it down. Once again with Zambrano, but this time it just gets out past his reach, but Greikis luckily playing his defensive position back there.
Yeah, Greg is going in circles a little bit, retreating backwards. Oh, that one looked like it's going to leave a dent. That hurt.
Lopez right along the sideline there. Gets it in.
Good pass.
Pause. Paz gets knocked over there by number 12, Ulysses Morales. Luke Gordon's going to set up the free kick here for his teammate. Both Peach and Greikis come back here.
It's a Crusader team that still, even though they have a lot more veteran guys that have varsity experience, do have a number of freshmen, including Brody Briggs, who's also pulled up for the varsity football team for the playoffs. And then they also have Julian Gaona, and, Connor Hines.
Greikis gets ready here. And his kick just deflects right off the back of Brian
I think you could
Paladin.
have heard that on 103rd of Pulaski. It was that loud.
Lopez goes right to the middle of the goal. Jędrzejczyk makes a great save, kind of just lunging out there to make a stop.
That save was so good. It got applause even from both sides, even the Crusader fans.
Yeah, I know. That's nice little kick there. Another just not a lot of time to think. Just go with it. Just another great play.
Greikis directing traffic.
Gordon making moves. Under 30 seconds left to play, and Jędrzejczyk just kind of falls in that one. And this is just going to kind of end it up here. Franco's going to throw it in, but Green's just going to kind of hold it, kick it back to Valencia as this ends up the first half of play here in the IHSA semifinal sectional matchup. The Crusaders currently lead the Bengals 1-0. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Enjoy our commercials.
Halftime, we have a break.
Hey Jack, can I borrow a pencil? I got a math test next period.
Got a wrestling before it.
You know what? I think I'll just. I think I'll just go.
All right. Winner by forfeit.
You know, here at BRTV, we love the weekend because we get to get in here, get some extra work in, you know. An alumni always stops in. This week we got Liam Lyon, so hopefully he gets us some great advice.
Yeah, he's always here to tell us what a great job we're doing.
You know, I've got some good college experience under my belt, and people say I'm the great guy to give some advice to the boys, so I'm here to help.
We'll be perfect in every aspect of the broadcast. You stutter on air, you run a mile. You miss an ad read, you run a mile. You fumble the big call, and I will rip that blazer off your body, and then you will run a mile. Hey, this ain't Burger King, fellas. You can't have it your way.
Who are some of your heroes?
Some of my heroes? I have to say guys like Abraham Lincoln, Stephen A. Smith, definitely Adam Sandler. They're all true-born leaders, kind of like how I am.
Oh man, we're late. Oh no.
Why was there no time on the lacrosse?
Who do these kids think they are? Coming late to my class, and they're wearing no tie? It's ridiculous.
Walking into my class late and no ties on? You don't deserve those blazers. Take them off right now and run a mile. Faster, go! You're lollygagging? I told you to run a mile, not walk a mile. Go! Go! I'm timing you!
This guy's deal.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's crazy. I don't know what his problem is.
I mean, you gotta talk to him. It's your brother.
I don't want to talk to him.
There is a valid distinction between the high school and Brother Rice, even though the separate threads are closely interwoven. The high school is 99th and Pulaski, the facilities, the people. Brother Rice's mood, emotion, and personality, a brotherhood. One is physical and the other spiritual. One tangible, the other intangible. The high school is respected, but Brother Rice is loved. For anyone without that love, it does not exist. The high school is the South Side, but Brother Rice is universal. There are many high schools, but there is only one Brother Rice. Those words have echoed across the generations of alumni who have come to understand exactly what it means to be a Crusader. It's no wonder the brotherhood lasts a lifetime. It's no mystery at all that so many share a common love for this place. Brother Rice is the first taste of freedom. Brother Rice is finding opportunity, growth, knowledge, adventure, and faith. Brother Rice is volunteering to serve the community or to serve your country. Brother Rice is on the East Coast and West Coast and everywhere in between, in lofty corporate boardrooms, in small family businesses, and as first responders across the nation. Brother Rice is acting manfully in Christ Jesus and pursuing excellence in all endeavors. Brother Rice is discovering who you are and who you are going to be. Brother Rice is all of us working together to make something better, something stronger, something that lasts for generation after generation. Although your 4 years may pass quickly, no one ever graduates from Brother Rice. The brotherhood is forever. One school, one family, one brotherhood. We are BR.
Here at BRTV, we're always looking for ways to sharpen our skills, even on snow days.
Lions drops back, rolls out right, he fires at Durkin, and that's him square on the face. What a throw there. Check out this instant replay of Durkin on the play. Ouch. Here's another angle of it.
Lions
drops back, rolls out right. Hayes falls to the ground. Ball knocks off his chest. He catches it. Touchdown, Crusaders! And there they go. Hayes and Lions celebrating the end zone. Unbelievable scene as Jay Gillick walks off the field in disbelief.
Hey Carlos, what's the matter?
It's tennis. I thought you loved playing tennis. We're really one of the best teams in the state this year.
For my whole life, I had one dream, to play varsity tennis for Brother Rice. But tomorrow's the last match of the season, and Coach Volk says there's no room in the starting lineup. I don't know what to do.
Gavin, I have an idea. Can you meet me outside of Coach Volk's office in 10 minutes? Yeah. Alright, bring your blazer. Carlos, we're gonna fix this.
Thank you.
Come in. Coach Vogt, we heard the news about Carlos tomorrow, and we're deciding to not broadcast the tennis match.
What do you mean not broadcast? This match is for the state championship. You're a senior member of BRTV. Show some leadership.
I believe I am. For Carlos.
For Carlos.
For Carlos.
We've got to stop showing Rudy in theology class.
Introducing our swimmers for today. In lane 1, Dana Alexander.
In lane 2, Ryan Schistel.
In lane 3, fresh off warm-ups, Connor Durkin.
In lane 4, Timothy Hayes.
In lane 5, Danny Hart.
In lane 6, your 2020 Tony Lawless Award winner and sectional record-breaking Seth Miller. Go.
And what a finish by Miller.
Hey, Kevin, I gotta go get this interview. Seth, how'd that feel?
It was a walk in the park.
All right, you heard it here first. Seth Miller.
So I definitely feel like I'm well prepared. I've gotten tons of help from teachers after school. During my junior year, I had a pre-calc honors class that I really struggled with. And so I literally lived in my math teacher's classroom. I mean, every single day, 2 to 3 hours, I would be in there just learning, getting help because I struggled with it in grammar school. So the academics definitely is a standout here for me.
We are a college prep school. We concentrate on the STEMs. The boys have a wonderful engineering program. They have strong teachers. They feel we're preparing confidence. We have alumni, they come back and tell us we were ready, we were prepped for college. So that instills a lot of confidence in us and it tells us that we are doing something right.
I believe it prepares you better because you're individualized. Like if your grades start slipping or you stop turning in work, your teachers will pull you after class and talk to you, or your counselor will pull you and talk to you and be like, do you need to change something? Or do you need to just talk about something and get something off your mind so you can be better prepared?
Teaching boys is a little bit different. We have to have more patience. We have to expect the impulsiveness, and we have to guide them more gently in that way. So that's one of the things that we do, is because unique to if we were to teach co-ed, we could do that very well, but because we teach boys, we understand boys and we understand the way the boys think.
It's the brother, it's the family feeling. You don't have to come to school scared, you don't have to come to school nervous or anxious. You can really just be yourself here.
You know, there's several advantages to teaching in an all-boys school. We can teach directly to boys, and they learn differently than girls do, and I've taught in co-ed schools, and kids learn differently, but in boys' schools, they learn by doing.
Welcome back to Brother Ice TV as we resume coverage of our IHSA sectional semifinal matchup between the Brother Ice Crusaders and the Oak Forest Bengals. The Crusaders currently lead the Bengals 1-0. I'm Jay Gillick alongside Nolan Leonard and Ryan Aiden. Ryan, give us some thoughts.
Well, the Crusaders did a good job of controlling the ball most of the first half. Oak Forest didn't have a lot of offensive possessions, and when they did, they were normally short, as the Crusaders also were good on defense. The Crusaders have had many opportunities, though, inside and just weren't able to convert. So, Nolan, what do you think the Crusaders need to do this half to pull away for the win?
Well, they just gotta keep doing what they're doing, because if you do the math, they would win 2-0 if everything goes to plan.
And the trick play is already coming out right off that starting lineup there. Bengals pass it back to the goalkeeper, Jacek. He boots it down right into the hands of Valencia. Tries to flip the field there. Now Peach getting it up, kicks up to his brother Anthony, but goes just long as Jacek kicks it down. Liam and Green and Grikis there, but just going to keep rolling on back down to Valencia.
Just want to give a quick shout out to the Brother Rice cross country team. Has been doing incredibly well.
Very good. All fall Crusaders sports. Oh, and they get on, and J-Chuck makes that sliding stop there. I mean, once again, that sliding practice earlier works out. And while we got a little stop in the play, we would like to do like we always do and thank behind-the-scenes men, Charlie Moles producing and Aiden Walsh on camera. We thank them both for helping out. We couldn't do our broadcast without them tonight.
Especially producer Charlie Moles. I mean, it can be very difficult keeping up with the soccer game.
Yeah, all those halftime commercials you just saw were all thanks to him putting them up on the screen. So, thank you, Charlie. And it's going to be Bengal possession here. Getting J-Check all the way out past the midfield here. I mean, I could see there's a possibility of a risk here.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, I've been watching soccer all my life. I've never seen anything like this.
But
they might as well throw him in the offense.
Something goes bad. Someone gets a good boot on it. He's still taking his time getting back there. He's nowhere near the net. As Franco kind of knocked that one down out of bounds. And J-Check's going to slowly make his way back to the goal. Not a lot of hurry back there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just wild to think about. That's something you didn't think you were going to see when you came to the soccer pitch today. As he's still hanging back there around the 30-yard line, still close to midfield.
Goes right into the middle. Green's right there off the corner kick to knock it away. But great save from letting the Crusaders get it by Jimmy Kelly. Zambrano just skies it straight up right into the leg of Lennon Flores. And it's just going to end up being knocked out there. Frank was going to take his time throwing this one in for the Crusaders.
Yeah, and the Bengals have just had a lot of miscues on offense that led to
We're seeing who this is going to
a
get
lot of
called.
turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. Gona bringing it up the sideline here, being chased heavily by Braden Smith. Gona doing a little foot move there, gets it to the side. Gona kicks it, skies up in the air after it bounces off J-Check. J-Check trying to hype up the crowd over there, and that's exactly what they're doing.
I mean, J-Check, I thought I'm at a concert. This guy's dancing all over the place, diving, moving left, moving right. The guy belongs in the 80s, the Michael Jackson era.
Ball goes right past Green there. Headed up by Jimmy Kelly for the Bengals.
I mean, I think they should maybe put up protective netting. I mean, these guys on the bench are getting... I mean, the ball just keeps on going over that side.
They're staying awake, that's for sure.
On a cool night like tonight, Jay, gotta stay awake. You never know when you're going to get into the ball game. And you don't want those legs to be cold. Otherwise, it's a perfect way to get a cramp.
That's a medical report by Nolan Leonard in the box.
You're welcome. Call me Dr. Leonard. So with Halloween tomorrow, what's everyone been for Halloween? Well, none of my compadres, my friends, my partners have anything. I'm actually going to be dressing up as Fred Flintstone. I've had some really great Halloween costumes over the years. Last year I was a green Crayola crayon, homemade by my grandma back in the 1980s.
Awesome. Shout
Shout out to my grandma, Maureen Prunty.
Sure was a great costume, but time to get back to some soccer here. We had to move towards the goal there, just knocked out of bounds right behind the goal. So J-Check's going to take it. Green chasing it down. He was being chased heavily by Lennon Flores.
Yeah, this Oak Forest team is a little similar to the Crusaders. Neither team really subs that much. They have depth options on the bench. They just haven't really used them that much so far tonight.
We do have a Crusader down around the midfield area. I'm going to try to get word on who that is down. He's being quickly attended to by Brother Rice athletic trainer Hugo. It looks like it's going to be number 19, Giovanni Paz. He's walking off on his own power. We thank Hugo for being out here tonight and being out at all our sporting events. Truly one of the best in the business.
Yeah, Hugo, I mean, he also doubles as a doppelganger for Jake from State Farm.
Kicks it up, Peach. Zambrano brings it back to Green. Green right back to Zambrano, kind of going back and forth there. Zambrano's pass just trying to get rid of it to different people over to Franco and then right back to him. It's going to be knocked out by Gaona. Number 15, Braden Smith. Franco gets possession right to Zambrano. Zambrano's kind of running this defensive position here right now, going up the center. He's passing out to the outside men, getting it right back, and then kind of moving it to the other side, back and forth.
With Paz out, Zambrano and other guys have to continue to step up, help this Crusader team.
Oh, we got another Crusader down there. That's Chava on the ground. He's going to get up, though, by himself. Oh, he's going to... He's hoping to get up. Play still going on as he stands. Valencia's going to hold off the Crusaders as he's just going to take that one himself. Chava's up around the midfield, walking around. Looks like he's good to stay in this game.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams are very evenly matched as we've seen here tonight, but the only difference is the Crusaders haven't made too many mistakes on offense, and the Bengals haven't had many long offensive possessions. They haven't been able to get it deep into Crusader territory many times tonight.
Valencia sets it down. Just gonna do a little side kick over to Green. Franco bringing up the sideline. And that Crusader fan's not happy with that one, as Zambrano makes a great sliding save there on Lennon Flores, who was rushing to the goal after it seemed to be a little bit of confusion on who would get the ball there.
Yeah, but I mean, as you can hear from the crowd, I mean, soccer's one of those sports that's just like respect between both teams. When there's a great play like that, earlier with the Jen Jacek save, I mean, both fan base are just in awe of these amazing plays.
Flores takes the corner kick. Zambrano makes a great header to save that from getting to the goal. Flores makes another one, knocks off Valencia's body, and then he dives on it. Crusader fans ecstatic after that one.
I mean, yeah, Jay, if you were to like keep track of the amount of decibels from that cheering, oh my gosh, that'd be really loud. Somehow that ball didn't go out of bounds.
That's one thing that amazes me about these players, how they just know they're like an inch from the out of bounds. Yep. Anthony Peach holds it up a little bit
Jay,
there.
just like the flexibility and gracefulness to be able to stay in bounds. I mean, even as an athlete myself, I am not like that.
Gaona, a nice little play to kind of trick out the defender there. Kicks it back. And that's going to stay. Crusader ball is...
Yeah, I mean, Jay, I mean, with Halloween come up, I mean, he was kind of playing mind games with that ball. Maybe put a magic spell on it.
Java bringing it up the middle. Glad to see he's okay after he looked a little knocked up a few moments ago. Angelo Peach bringing it in the middle. Kicks it over to his brother, just a little left, but Crusader's going to keep with it. And Zambrano just boots that one far away into the near distance.
But I mean, the field goal would have been good.
A little to the left. Wouldn't have won any football games there. But, I mean, another just quick thinking play, just kind of getting it away from there.
Yeah, Jay, reminded me of just a good touch shot. Reminded me of the shot I had earlier this golf season on the golf team at Harborside. First hole, par 5. Oh, man. Fourth shot, I was probably 90. No, third shot, actually. 90 yards out in the sand, and I hit that one about 10 feet. Sunk the birdie putt. Great way to start off a round. And route to a big rivalry win over St. Ignatius.
I think that's something I'm going to start seeing the Bengals do a little more of, though. We see the Crusaders just kind of not, I don't want to say mindlessly, but as soon as they get that possession, they're anywhere within a general vicinity of the goal, they don't even think about it, they just go. And I think that's something the Bengals should look to do here. I mean, they still have 30 minutes left to play, and they're only down by 1. So one little kind of, I don't want to say lucky, but just right at them, kick it right in, and then just find its way in the goal, and this game's tied right back up.
Yeah, and Jay, you're on the golf team here at Brother Rice too. Do you have any stories like Nolan's from any of your previous seasons or this past season?
I mean, Nolan, great story. I mean, I don't think so. Not quite as good there. Yeah, that's gonna be some tripping up there. That's gonna be called again. Gono was the one tripped there. Grikis is going to take the free kick off. Free kick. So we got a line of defenders here for the Bengals. Last time they did a great job of doing their job. Blocking that kick right off the bat by Grikis back in the first half. It was number 6, Brian Paladin, that made that stop. So Grikis gets ready to take a second attempt here. Grikis had a little curve on that like he wanted to, just not enough velocity. And Jacek boots it down over the heads of Peach and Smith. Green kicks it up in the air. Doesn't really, kind of has a little bit of weird backspin type on that. Doesn't do much once it gets up there. Kind of knocks down. Ooh, and Chava knocked down again. Luckily, he gets right back up. That's the second time we've seen him on the ground this half.
Yeah, and if you're the Crusaders here, you don't want to do anything too excessive. You already have the lead. You just want to keep control of the ball and stay under control and take as much time as you can.
Chava tripped up there again, but all clean, all ball there. Going back and forth. And that's just going to be free kick for the Bengals there.
For all the high school seniors out there, the early action deadline is coming up real quick, Jay. So how are those college applications coming?
Great. I'm going to submit some of those tonight. All of them tonight.
Great. How about our producer, Charlie Moles? How are the college applications coming along?
We're all done. Got it all in Sunday night. So now we just wait and hear back.
More ahead of the game than I am. Kind of a slow few minutes. Nolan, you got a music analogy for this one here?
I actually do. Give me 1 second.
He's got to find that perfect song, I think. He's running all this music through his brain as Grikis and Peach, Green, kind of all just running that triangle formation as Angelo Peach kicks it down to his brother Anthony, but hits the Bengal defender in the head. Zambrano's able to save it, though, is Gaona. Bringing it up that sideline. Just going to be knocked away by number 7 on the Bengals, Lennon Flores. Peach gives it down to Zambrano along the sideline. Zambrano kicks it in, and that's a goal for the Crusaders. Anthony Peach. I mean, nice little play. It just went down right to Zambrano on that sideline. He just had a direct 180-degree line straight through. Peach standing right on the other end of that goal. Just kicked it right to him, knocked it right in. And Jacek had no time to react. That puts the Crusaders up 2-0 against the Bengals in this IHSA semifinal matchup.
Yeah, and like I said, not being too overly aggressive by the Crusaders, just waiting for that moment to happen, and they finally got a good look and convert another goal here.
I mean, they call it the world's most beautiful game for a reason. I mean, it can be quite poetic, even as good as shout out to Mr. Dolan on my AP US history test today. One of the questions was about who's a famous poet from the 1800s, Washington Irving. So, I mean, it could be really poetic on the soccer pitch.
I mean, if you're the Crusaders, you like that insurance goal a lot. I mean, you don't have to worry about, like we were talking about earlier, a quick turn and shoot by the Bengals. But, I mean, there's still 23 minutes left. We've seen goals happen super quick, and that's another good look there, but just over.
Yeah, but you definitely feel a lot better being up 2-0 rather than 1-0.
Yeah, but I don't think the Bengals are necessarily worrying yet. They still got plenty of time.
But yeah, right now, Jay, if like you asked me earlier, what type of musical genre, I'd say we're pretty just relaxed, probably like 1970s, a little Earth, Wind, and Fire, just grooving to the music right now.
Gordon setting things up here, right back to Zambrano.
Green hustles over there.
Chava bringing it up. Finds a little gap, but dishes it over there to Angelo Peach. Just kind of taken, but good thing, ball booted out for the Crusaders. Grikis was there to respond, not what the Bengals were hoping for. Anthony Peach again, kind of going to dish it out there to Franco.
Good footwork there by Franco.
He finds Angelo in front of the goal, and that's going to be a nice little shot there, just a little wide right.
I mean, yeah, Jay, you would have thought you were at, you would have thought that was just a golden opportunity there. You would have thought you were in California in the Old West with how golden that opportunity was.
In the game for Old Forest, number 20, Jacob Hanalachevsky.
Some subs in for the Bengals as play resumes.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals need to get something going here on offense over this next 10-15 minutes to just give them a little hope. I mean, they haven't had much offensive possessions today inside the box, and they just got to get better possessions, not be overly aggressive, let the game come to them.
Yeah, number 20, Jacob Hadalachevsky came in for the Bengals just a moment ago.
Play slowing up as we're getting...
Yeah, Jay, we're kind of back to the Jazz era a little bit. A little Dean Martin action
Looks
right
like
now.
we're trying to see what we're setting up here.
I think it was like Field of Dreams. They were just stuck in between the mythical nature.
Yeah, free kick
Into
here
the
after
bushes.
the ball was found in the bushes.
Similar to the cornfields, a field of dreams. Never know. Maybe Shoeless Joe Jackson or Moonlight Graham will walk out.
And here we go, right into the middle there, just past everyone. And that's just going to flip sides, and that ball is just going to keep on rolling.
Yeah,
Another
everyone.
shout out to the ball boy for having to go run and get that one.
But I mean, that one, I mean, there was a host of Bengals and Crusaders, and they were pretty much like Aaron Judge in the playoffs. They just swung and missed.
It is 4-0 in that World Series game. The Yankees leading the Dodgers.
I don't know. My original prediction was Dodgers in 6, and I'm sticking with it.
Over to Anthony Peach, gets it up to Gona. But nice takeaway there by number 16, Jacob Barrera.
But yeah, Freddie Freeman's just been a one-man wrecking crew for the Dodgers throughout the World Series. Another opportunity for the Crusaders. Boyan Jacek makes another sliding save.
Yeah, another risky play for him. I mean, ball was right in Gona's pocket once he kind of kicked it away. Luckily, a group of defenders there.
Jay, you know what they say? You can't be successful until you've been bold.
And that was a shot on Angelo Peach there, right into the arms of Jacek.
I mean, did you see that last throw? He really put his whole entire body into it. I mean, the guy was falling over. He was like a discus thrower in track.
Throw in by the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals got to start early some way, somehow, and they got to, I mean, be more aggressive maybe. Just throw everything but the kitchen sink at the Crusaders right here.
Crusaders pushing back on offense. Gona bringing it up this near sideline that he's been doing for most of this second half, but knocked away by a group of Bengals, including Lennon Flores, who's moving it up now, and Eduardo Ramos. A little behind the back kick there by Chava. Booted up by the Bengals. Ivan Gamboa there to kind of knock it over to his teammate, Lennon Flores.
Yeah, like I said, just miscues just haunting the Bengals on offense right now.
Yeah, Flores kind of just knocks it out there. Is Green gonna take a throw in here? Over the head, goes right into Lennon Flores' head.
And for Brother Rice, number 22, Jacob Williams.
Yeah, that's rare for Liam Green to make a throw-in. That's usually done by Luke Gordon. But just letting everyone know, the winner of this game will play Saturday in the sectional final. If you win that, you'll be in the Kankakee Super Sectional. Win that one, and you're in the state final at Hoffman Estates semifinals. And if you win that one, you're playing November 9th, Saturday, for the state championship.
Anthony Peach pushing it up. Goes over to Jacob Williams, who's going in towards the goal. Has a shot. Still chasing it as Jacek makes the save. And we got some cool news for you up in the booth. Yeah, Jacob Williams, who just checked into the game and had that shot.
Jacob Williams just checked in, and he actually is my cousin. As he's a junior here at Brother Rice.
Yeah, shout out to Jake Williams. Guy sits at my lunch table. Good pal. As you can see,
we have a stop of clock here. Yellow card will be dished out. Chava ended up on the ground for the third time this half. That yellow card will be assessed to number 8, Joe Pierogi.
You know you haven't played your best until you had 3 turf burns from being on the turf all night long. As Connor Hines comes back in for the Crusaders. Yeah, Jacob Williams sits at my lunch table in a couple of my classes.
Now we got the family connection in here with color commentator Ryan. And J-Check bringing it up.
That is one thing I've never seen. I have seen more statistical and soccer oddities this evening than in any other of my numerous 25 plus, to be exact, Crusader soccer broadcasts over my first 3 years.
Got that number down.
Valencia, I think he just got a little bored, so the Crusader defense felt a little bad for him.
Got 15 minutes left to play in the second half. The Crusaders lead 2-0.
Yeah, the Bengals just swiped that one right away from Gordon. It's like a bully taking a kid's lunch money. Just said, not today.
Zambrano there. Back to green. Over to Chava. He's going to get it down. Was aiming for Anthony Peach a little off. And J-Check going to come and just grab it straight out of the air after it was kicked up by a Bengal defender.
You know, I've been keeping track. That's only the third save tonight for J-Check where he hasn't dove to the ground.
And there's another one.
I mean, it's pretty easy to keep track. I mean, he's dove on almost all of his saves tonight. Just a little over-exaggerating.
I mean, he's been playing incredible. I mean, your 2 goals. I mean, if you're going to let up 2 goals, obviously the penalty kick, that's a really tough shot to block. I mean, there's over a 90% likelihood you're going to make that. And the other one, just great execution by the Crusaders, getting it right in the middle there, is Anthony Peach brings it up right in the middle, comes up to the sideline, is Connor Hines.
I mean, yeah, Jay, in freshman and sophomore gym class with Coach Gibson, I was always a little nervous being in the net for penalty shots, and that's like a 5-10 feet goal, let alone the ginormous goals you have for high school soccer.
That one's just going to go right past the head of Lennon Flores. Franco's going to take the throw in for the Crusaders.
Game's starting a little chippy here as we approach the 13.5 minute mark of the second half.
Connor Hines making a play in. Over to Peach. Over to his brother Angelo. Puts it in to Chava.
And the Crusaders starting to slow down the pace of play a little bit and chew some clock here. Up 2-0 with 13:15 to go.
And they're going to just reset this back with green. I think one thing that's been interesting is we did see Giovanni Paz go down earlier. He has not re-entered the game. He doesn't seem to be getting worked on by the trainer. He seems to be just kind of sitting over there on the bench. I don't know if this is a strategic thing, maybe giving him a little bit more rest in case they do end up needing him later in this game.
Yeah, that'll be something to watch, especially if the Crusaders can win this one. I mean, we just gave a shout out to the ball boy earlier, but he was just...
And that just goes over everyone there.
He was just taking his time getting the ball out there, and the Bengals were a little upset with that one.
Corner kick here for the Bengals. Emilio Giza.
Yeah, I remember way back when for that St. Catherine Chargers, Little Tyke soccer, I was always the guy known to bend it like Beckham from the corner.
Yeah, that first grade soccer. And then your unfortunate retirement.
Well, Jay, the Crusader soccer team was never the same after. I meant Charger soccer team was never the same after I left.
Angelo Peach just boots it out.
That was another one. We were in a good approach shot on the golf course. Almost hit the stick.
Braden Smith throws it in for the Bengals. And Chava just comes out of nowhere, scoops that one up, knocks it out, and it's just booted out of bounds. Almost into the stands.
Yeah, that would have been a nice souvenir for a fan.
Now it's just rolling away into the bushes. They're going to just set this back here. Green,
who was actually playing without a knee guard because he couldn't keep it in his sock tonight, so he just threw out on the track.
Yeah, fell off on the last play. Let's hope we can get that back on. We don't need any injuries out here.
No, and that track's been dangerous. I mean, I've seen guys slip and fall on that.
Perez. See, this one's Crusader ball here.
Yeah, I mean, the Crusaders can start to sense this one. They're seeing it controlled for the last 10 minutes here. And they'll be heading to this sectional final here on Saturday.
Green gives it back to Grikis. Grikis down, looking for Gordon. Bengals are going to just try to reset it, moving it up. A little chain there. And they're going to just let Valencia grab that one. But he's being pressured, and he's just going to pick it up. Baracco's Restaurant and Pizza has several convenient locations throughout the south side, including Mount Greenwood, Beverly, and Evergreen Park. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, Baracco's has a long line of Brother Rice alumni. Baracco's offers delicious classic Italian cuisine. Dine-in, pick-up, and delivery are available. Please visit our website at www.baraccos.com.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with Baracco's Pizza. I mean, I know a lot of people that work there as well, lots of friends.
Had it today at the concession stand, brother. The concession stand carries Baracco's Pizza.
I mean, yeah, Jay, there's really nowhere around Brother Rice where there's not Baracco's. I mean, Baracco's is just a big integral part of Brother Rice.
Crusaders just trying to get some clock on down here, passing it back and forth. Valencia acted like he was going to kick it down the field, just kind of kicks it over to Zambrano. He's going to work his way up to Grikis.
Yeah, it seems like this Bengals team is starting a little winded. They haven't really had too many subs. Reminds me of a famous Jackson Brown song, Running on Empty.
Brian Paladin kind of goes out there, though, and gets it back, but Green is there, and they are going to call that tripping. Bengals are going to regain possession.
But, I mean, that was just a heck of a somersault there for the Bengals guy. I mean, should have signed him up for the U.S. gymnastics team. Get him ready for the next Olympics.
Free kick going to be taken by Lennon Flores here. Flores lines up. You got the Crusader wall right in front of you, and then a little line off to the far side of the field. Flores is up.
All right, now, Jay, that kick would have been good.
That kick would have been good. Just a little high. I like the call, though. I mean, if you're the Bengals, you got to put some goals up. I like going for it there.
I mean, you got to, Jay. I mean, you got to start pressing a little bit. Now you're down to, this could be the final 8 minutes of your season, and if you're a senior, your high school career.
I mean, they're kind of running that try-trap option there. They're sending the three guys towards whoever has the ball in the backfield. I mean, it seems to be working. They are getting some offensive possessions here. So Valencia's going to run out and grab that.
Valencia
nice
doing
box
his
out
best.
there by Grikis.
Yeah, Jay, he was doing his best J-check impression on that one.
I'm going to move it up. Saves just passing around, getting a little sloppy, though, as they're kind of giving it over to the Bengals, but Bengals knocking it out of bounds, too. Both teams seeming a little winded, maybe.
Like I said, Jay, running on empty.
We got a little miscommunication by the refs here. We got both of them calling the different way.
And Brother Rice, number 5, Robert McElroy.
Robert McElroy checking in, the senior for Brother Rice. Let's see who they are gonna give possession to the Crusaders. Luke Gordon, they're gonna deal with it.
But yeah, Robbie McElroy, I mean, guy does a lot at Brother Rice, was just named a Eagles scout and also plays lacrosse.
Green gonna kind of just let it roll past him. Valencia's going to scoop that one up. Valencia's going to wait till the last possible second as Jimmy Kelly rushing him. Just pick that one up. He's just going to roll it over to Green. For the first time in a while, the Crusaders are going to try to move this downfield as McElroy recently checked in, moving it up. It stopped a little bit there, taken away by Joe Progi. Yeah, they're going to call that tripping there. It's going to be free kick here for the Bengals. We got just over 5 minutes left to play in this IHSA sectional semifinal matchup. Ivan Gamboa taking this free kick. And hits off the post of the field goal. So that will be considered Crusader ball now.
Yeah, that kick looked a little bit familiar to Bears fans. Cody Parkey may ring a bell.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to be remembered worse now, that one or this Hail Mary the last week. They are going to do a little reset of the clock. They're going to reset it to 4:55. So they're going to give Bengals 15 more seconds to try to put up those 2 goals, and Crusaders 15 more seconds to try to defend that lead.
Yep, shout out to Aiden Nohava working the scoreboard tonight.
And our PA announcer, Mr. Egan.
Yep.
Thank you for being out here all season. New teacher at Brother Rice, broadcasting teacher. Bengals going to move quickly. Pushing up the field.
I mean, yeah, Jay, they got to start playing quick. They got to start playing upbeat as well.
Field goal good again.
Kick is up, and it's good.
Valencia sets it down. Gives it over to Green. Pushing it up the field. Ooh! Lennon Flores just puts his entire body on the line to deflect that attempted pass downfield by Green.
Yeah, Jay, that's another one. And both of these kicks involve Liam Green and a Bengals player having a ball go really, really fast right at him from, well, pretty close radius.
Yeah, we had a loud noise up here in the box.
I mean, yeah, I think you could have heard that one probably a mile away. Like, Jay, I live about a mile away from Brother Rice. I'm pretty sure I could have heard that one in my own backyard.
Zambrano moving the knife. Ref has to quickly get out of the way. Athletic position there.
Bobby McElroy gets a touch.
Deflection works out in his favor as it ends right in the hands of Salvador Perez. Green just gives it down to Greikis again. He's trying to pass it around for the Crusaders.
We approach the 3-minute mark of the second half.
Just knocked out by the Crusaders.
And that'll be a souvenir for a fan.
We're waiting for the fan to retrieve that ball now.
Yeah, Jay. Good thing it's not fan interference like last night in the World Series. I mean, anyone else catch that? That was crazy.
Yeah. And Zambrano steals it back. Back and forth here between Lennon Flores and Chava.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to say never, but this one, in control of the Crusaders. Under 2 minutes to go here. This is a big corner kick here for the Bengals.
Yeah, let's see what the You know this is something you've practiced 1,000 times, their formation and everything. And the goalie is down there. They're leaving an open net here. I mean, strategic, but now he's got to hustle back. There's an open net right now.
Yeah, I think Adam Jędrzejczyk is going to break the record for most yards ran by a goalie. I mean, you got to get this guy out on the marathon.
Well-conditioned
cross-country
goalie.
team. I mean, this guy is just a superhuman out here tonight.
And he steals it.
The guy reminds me of Nikola Jokic, kind of a big body goalie, and yet he's got guard-like skills to be able to man it up the perimeter.
Peach up to Perez.
Crusaders kind of trying to just dribble it out.
Ooh! He gets tripped up a little bit there, and it's going to be his ball.
That's what's always funny about any sport. Whenever there's a foul or anything called, I mean, Kelly there just does the natural reaction, put his hands up like, what? There's no way I committed that. But I'm sorry, my man.
You're going to have a clock stoppage as Perez on the ground there for like maybe the 4th time this half. I mean, he's up, ready to go, and free kick here for the Crusaders taken by Peach. Angelo Peach, that is.
And the Crusaders 45 seconds away from reaching the IHSA sectional final here on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not one to like to call games early, but we get each of your opinions on the game.
I mean, a pretty dominant win by the Crusaders. They control the ball most of the game, and pretty good defense as well. They didn't allow many opportunities for the Bengals. Noam, what do you think?
One statement I'd like to make is I've seen some of the best goalie play I've seen all season out of any IHSA team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Oh, nice little kick there by Ryan Paladin. It's his leg way up there. Is Liam Green is just going to kick it high into the air as the Crusaders are going to seal this win for the IHSA sectional semifinal matchup. I would like to give a big shout out to the Oak Forest Bengals as they played a hard-fought game and had a great season. Special shout out to the seniors. You see some of them contemplating out there on the field. Is this going to be their last high school game? It was a great season for them. Always a sad moment to have your season end. But I mean, they played great. They had a tough game with the Crusaders. I mean, and then going into next year, Oak Forest still looking good. Still have a lot of juniors and sophomores on that team. And Crusaders moving on to the IHSA sectional finals versus Lamont High School, which will be Saturday, 11 a.m. right here at Tom Mitchell Field at Brother Rice High School. We'll be live streaming that on BRTV as well. We hope you can join us. I'm Jay Gillick alongside Nolan Leonard and Ryan Aid, our producer Charlie Moles and cameraman Aiden Walsh. We thank you for joining us and hope you have a great rest of your night.